India, always a country of contrasts and contradictions. Nowhere more so than in its relationship with the car. And one car in particular. In the first 50 years of the 20th century, more than 800 Rolls-Royce cars were exported from England to India. In a sustained period of motoring madness, the Rolls-Royce name became an obsession for a group of Indian Maharajas. This is the story of Rolls-Royce in India. Udaipur in Rajasthan was one of the oldest of the princely states. It was ruled by one line of princes for almost 1,300 years, the longest unbroken dynasty in the world. Today, Udaipur is perhaps most famous for its pristine lake palace. But a few hundred yards away, the Royal Garage still houses a collection of Rolls-Royce motor cars from the 1920s and 30s. Among them is this pristine 1924 Tourer, which was bought new by the grandfather of the current Maharana, Arvind Singh.
These cars need to be used, otherwise they deteriorate very fast. And every morning, like horses, they are being worked. They have a schedule, and they're taken out so that the batteries and all are in good shape, the whole engine and everything is in good shape. But I insist on that, and I think it's important if you have a collection, the cars must be running. These Rolls-Royces are not just a car, but a thing of great joy and beauty. And even though this is not a modern Rolls-Royce, but it gives me more pleasure than a modern Rolls-Royce does, and I can sit and look at it all day, all night. It's a passion, and the various ways of fulfilling one's passion. And for me, this works.
In Udaipur, there are still herds of cheetal deer that were once hunted by the Maharanas. To reach his hunting grounds, Maharana Bhopal Singh used this stripped-down Rolls-Royce shooting brake. He was a keen hunter, but he was also paralyzed from the waist down, so he ordered a special car from Rolls-Royce.
Yeah, this car was originally made for the Maharana Bhopal Singh Ji of Mewar, who was, I'm told, was handicapped. So this is specially made for him so that he could drive the car with his hands alone.
All the foot controls can be operated by hand: clutch, brakes, and accelerator. This technology was way ahead of its time. An example of Rolls-Royce's willingness to do whatever it took to service their customers' every need. Old photographs show the Maharana of Udaipur as a passenger in his Rolls-Royces, but never behind the wheel.
I had never seen him drive it somehow or the other, but at the same time, Rolls-Royce was good enough to manufacture a car for the challenged as far back as that, which in itself makes that car very unique.
While this car was designed and engineered at the Rolls-Royce factory back in Derby, others were adapted for special purposes in India itself. In 1923, a formal Thrupp and Maberley limousine was shipped out from England to Udaipur. Today, it looks like a Jeep, after a radical redesign by the current Maharana's father.
The whole designing was done by Dad in our own garage. There's no such thing as going to a professional person who was a coach, used to designing coaches. This is something which was his passion, and he decided to do it.
It may look like a Jeep, but the car was designed for a very particular purpose. It's surely the world's only Rolls-Royce cricket car, specially bodied to transport the Udaipur team to their fixtures. From purdah to hunting and even cricket, there was a Rolls-Royce for all occasions. But what did these cars represent in the British-ruled India of the 1920s?
Of course, for a prince to own a Rolls-Royce at the time was a luxury accessory, part of his lifestyle, but it also served an important role as a status symbol.
It makes a statement that you have arrived. And that's perhaps what, in a nutshell, what Rolls-Royce means to most of us. And it automatically provides you with an identity.